Yeah, that'll work.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Having some technical problems. So go to hoglezoo.org, donate. There's other ways you can donate and support your zoo through the purchase of zoo memberships, renewing your membership. There's also some really cool animal artwork, including the cute little animals that we're going to see here today. Now, I named this segment, what is the cutest animal at Hogle Zoo? So if I were to ask all of you, what the cutest animal at Hogle Zoo, many of you would probably say things like red panda, maybe river otters, maybe Loki the bobcat. But for my money, the cutest animal at Hogle Zoo is without a doubt what, Gwen?
The Arabian Sand cats. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
That's exactly right. Let me turn my camera around. Here's our special guest, Gwen, the keeper of our beautiful sand cats, and I'm going to get some video of them here coming up quickly. Gwen, tell us about these guys.
Sure. So who we're looking at right now are the boy kittens. They are 8 months old. They actually have all three of these enclosures, so there's little shift doors that they have access to all three of these. Over here, I believe, is a mall, which means hope in Arabic. And then right on the other, he just went over to the second one.
Oh.
And then next to him is a seam, which means protector.
This is a seam.
Yes, that's a seam, and then right here is a mall.
And there goes a mall, climbing the rocks.
And so we had 4 kittens born last year on July 7th, 2 boys and 2 girls. So like I said, we're looking at the 2 boys right now. And they are 8 months old, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun right now. They are waiting with excitement and anticipation. Are you ready to? So every day when the zoo is open, we clean our windows, and we discovered that the sand cat kittens have quite some fun with that. So that's what we're gonna do right now.
Great.
All right, here, I'll pass that back to you.
So Gwen's going to go in and she's going to clean the windows here. And this is what she does every morning, right? And even periodically throughout the day. The work that these look at this. That is so great. It really kind of acts as a little bit of enrichment, does it not, Gwen?
Sure. Yes, it is enrichment. So sand cats, a lot of people, yes, they are cute and they're a small cat, but there's a lot of power in this little package. And so I wouldn't be able to do this with them on the inside. They're not like our house cats at all. They don't really like to play like that with me, and if I tried, I might lose a finger. So
yeah.
We play safely at a distance and from the outside, like you can see right here. Let's see if
Hey Gwen, Charlie wants to know if sand cats hate water. Do you know?
They live in very dry, arid regions, so they're not a cat that is going to be found swimming or anything like that. And since they live where it can get up to 120 degrees, they get most of their water from their diet, actually, which can be rodents, birds, lizards, and even venomous snakes. So sand cats have a very powerful smack. What they do is they'll hide from their prey. They'll sneak up on it and smack it so hard, they'll stun that snake, knocking it unconscious. Then they can eat that snake.
Yeah, a couple of years ago in the marketing department, we created an ad campaign about sand cats and how they love to devour venomous snakes. Crazy ability there. Yeah. Hey, Charlie wants to know, Kelly wants to know what kind of cats these are. Kelly, these are sand cats. They're found in the Middle East and Northern Africa, and they've adapted themselves very well to living in really hot, dry climates.
So their Latin name, which a lot of people like, is Felis margarita.
Felis margarita.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think a lot of people feel us like a margarita these days, so that's a great name.
I won't disagree. Are we done?
Everybody seems to want to have these for their very own, Gwen.
They do not make good pets.
They do not make good pets, folks.
Don't let their small size and cuteness fool you.
No, there are plenty of other cats out there that you may adopt, but not sand cats.
And actually, a lot of times when people get exotic pets, it has decimated some populations in the wild. So, yeah, they really don't make good pets.
Hey, Tammy.
I do have litter boxes in here for them, but they don't want to use them.
Tammy is asking if they are endangered. Are they on the endangered species list? They're threatened.
But the
Okay.
thing is we actually don't. There could be some wild populations that we haven't found yet because they're such an elusive cat. So there could still be some out there that we just don't know of. But their major threat is actually habitat loss due to livestock and grazing. They clear out the land, and then the problem is their prey doesn't have anywhere to hide, so it's actually loss of prey that is their biggest threat out there.
And Jessica is asking, why are their ears so big?
Oh, good question. So they can actually hear prey under the ground and everything. So those big ears help them find their prey. And you'll notice if you look at their paws, if you can, I know they're super quick, they have fur covering their entire paw pad, and it acts as little shoes on that hot, hot sand. Helps with that insulation.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Our friend Robbie, hey Robbie, how you doing? He wants to know if they have a resistance to venom since they're, eating venomous snakes. They just are very careful in how they.
Very careful. They're very good hunters.
And what is their favorite treat to get too? That's a great question.
You ready? It's a mouse.
Oh, their favorite treat, somebody asked.
In a little bit. Yes, this is their favorite. They love mice.
And,
They'll play with them. We don't give them live or anything.
This is what's great about our keepers. They pull a dead mouse out of their pocket because this is what they do.
Are we done? Are we tired? Yeah, did I wear you out?
What sounds do they make? Do they sound like normal cats and meowing? And
No,
do
they
have different noises?
don't. They actually have a barking kind of sound. They sound like a little puppy in a way. And so I'm hoping when we're going to be giving Mr. Whitecheek some enrichment that Desiree had, so he might vocalize for us. We might be able to hear that today.
Now, if you know Erica, she's been asking to the keepers to do their best imitation of the animal. Now, this is optional, but what will be your best imitation?
It's gonna sound like my meerkat one the other day. It's like it's kind of like that a little bit.
Hey, did everybody hear that? That was fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I think these guys are about done. Oh no.
Allison is asking if they're full grown. These guys are full grown,
they are
right?
Full grown. Yep, they are full grown. Sand cats usually weigh anywhere from about 3 to 8-ish pounds, maybe 4 to 8-ish pounds.
Shawnee loves that Latin name. That's great. When are they the most active?
So sand cats are nocturnal to crepuscular. A lot of people don't know what crepuscular is, but that means that they're active during dawn and dusk.
During dawn or dusk.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
All right, are we all done?
I'm going to get...
Should we maybe go try to feed Desiree?
We're going to go feed Desiree.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll just follow you, Gwen.
Okay, we'll head this way.
Here we go, gang.
Mama is over here in her own enclosure. Sand cats usually are pretty solitary. The boys are still young enough and stuff that they're fine together, as well as the girls. So Desiree, she's right there. She's waiting for her.
Here's Desiree.
I'm gonna step in just for a second. I'll be right back.
So Gwen's gonna step in.
She's not scared. She's not scared or anything. This is a natural behavior for sand cats to get as close to the ground as they can. They have that sandy color, so getting as close to the ground lets them camouflage in a little bit better. I do have good relationships with all these cats. A lot of trust building and training went into place, but just want to let people know.
How did they and the other animals handle the earthquake last week?
Oh gosh, so the meerkats actually felt it the most.
Oh, interesting.
Callie and Kendi. These guys were a little bit anxious, were a little bit nervous, spending more time, in their hides, feeling a bit safe, but everyone's recovered really, really well from that, even the meerkats.
I have not, just so you know.
I haven't either. I live on the 4th floor and I feel every aftershock.
What a crazy day. Okay, Gwen's going in. She's going to give a little treat to Desiree. Let's see what she does.
Hope we get close enough here. We're trying to practice our safe social distancing when we do this video. Let's see if she goes into the
We hope all of you are practicing safe social distancing as well.
Okay, so we might want to back up a little bit. She is more of a private eater.
Okay.
She's going to come down for us.
So there's the treat right there.
Gwen just asked us to back up a little bit, so we are doing that. You get a good look at her
I don't
home.
think she's going to come down.
She's wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
So yeah, this is Desiree, and she just celebrated her 4th, but technically 1st birthday on leap year.
Her first birthday. So these are one of the kittens.
No,
not
Desiree's mom.
Desiree's the mom
Yeah.
of the cat
And
of the
she's
little
4
kittens.
years old, but
Somebody asked that.
Oh yeah, she's the mom. But yeah, her birthday is on leap year.
Do they typically live in
Leap
groups, or are they okay solitary?
They're mostly solitary. Sometimes they will share the same burrow, but never at the same time.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And the kittens stay with mom usually till, let's see, our boys, they kind of let me know when they're ready to be on their own. Our boys, we separated them at 5 months and the girls around 6 months.
Boy, a lot of good questions rolling in, guys. We really appreciate this. Mindy and Ashley, what is their lifespan?
Under human care, 13 years. Mr. White Cheeks is actually 14 now. And it's usually half that in the wild.
And do they have any natural predators?
Sure, birds of prey are a big one, venomous snakes, and jackals, wild dogs.
Someone also asked if they're soft to the touch. Have you ever touched one?
No, I've only touched one like if they've had to go under anesthesia, but otherwise I can't just walk up to them and pet them. But yeah, they're pretty soft, but a little bit of that coarse fur as well.
Right. As a general rule, our keepers don't touch the animals. Some animals they can go in with that are not dangerous, but that was a great question. I wondered that as well.
And someone was curious, see, I keep flipping it around, I'm trying to zoom in, but since they don't live around a lot of trees, in their natural habitat, do they still like to climb trees and things, and while they're in there, their habitat's in here?
They will do some climbing if it's available, but in those sandy regions where they live, they usually stick to the ground. They'll go in a lot of burrows, things like that. But we like to utilize as much of the space in our enclosures as we can, and so our sand cats do climb up. When we go back around, you can see the boys, they utilize that whole vertical space of their enclosure. Yeah, she's not going to come down.
You're just going to lay there and...
Yeah, we can head over to Mr. White Cheeks.
Okay, let's go see Mr. White Cheeks.
Yeah, he's actually a big fan.
We're going to go see Mr. White Cheeks. If that's not the best name of any animal at the zoo, I don't know what is. Hey, Allison, it's kind of obvious. It's really an obvious name. They're called sand cats because they live in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, in that area, and in northern Africa, where the Sahara is. So they have adapted well over the years to live in these hot, arid climates. That's why they're called sand cats. And here we go.
And they're just snuggling, sleeping.
Now these are our kittens that were born. Let me show this, Gwen. And they were born just last July.
Yeah,
there's a
7th.
cute picture of them when they were brand new.
They are 8 months old, and this is Alia and Amira. Alia means heavenly, and Amira means princess. So we have Alia, Amira, Amal, and Asim.
And is this a typical litter of 4, or does it vary?
They can have anywhere from 1 to 8. So the year before, on May 6th, they had Jabbar and Kadar. They just had the 2 boys. And these 2 boys are actually now in Buffalo. So our sand cats are part of a really cool program called the SSP.
Right.
The Species Survival Plan. And so what that is, it's a program implemented by the AZA to help with the survival of threatened and endangered species. So our kittens have no idea what an awesome role, actually all of our sand cats have no idea what an awesome role they're playing for the survival of their species.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so our kittens, Jabbar and Kadar, in Buffalo right now, doing really well.
There they
and these
they are,
kittens
and
will
here
be
they-
sent out as well.
We had a
Kind
couple
of
of
hunkered
questions
down
too.
here.
Sure.
Someone was curious, why do we separate the girls and the boys?
Just because they are at that age now where they could reproduce, and so we don't want that to happen between the same family.
And do they and can they hear everything we're saying in the
They
glass
can.
here, or is it
Yep.
soundproof?
It's not soundproof, they can hear.
So they can hear their keepers coming, which is
Yep.
why they get more active when they come
Yes,
around.
they can hear my keys. They definitely know our green shirts. Yeah, they know who we are. So I do have some enrichment that I will give Mr. White Cheeks so we can see if maybe he'll vocalize for us.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah?
Some
Okay.
enrichment. Okay, here goes Gwen. She's going in. Oh, yeah, let's look at Mr. White Cheeks. Here we go.
He's
There
coming
he
in
is.
his basket. Hi, Mr. White Cheeks. All right, I will be right back.
Mr. White Cheeks, he knows something's going on here.
If you look at his face, I think you can tell why they call him Mr. White Cheeks.
I'm going to leave this door open to see if maybe
Oh, fantastic.
I'll close it a little bit just to see if he'll come down. I'm not sure, just because we're all here watching.
And how many adult sand cats do you have here at the zoo?
Just two. So we have Mom and Dad. Mr. White Cheeks is Dad and Desiree is Mom. So Mr. White Cheeks, like I said, he just turned 14 on January 16th. So all the sand cats are shedding like crazy right now too. Spring is coming, so everybody's losing that winter coat. So if they happen to look just a little scruffy, that is why. You gonna come down? You wanna come down, Cheeks? So yeah, this I know Mr. White Cheeks is a big fan favorite of everyone. I'll see if we can get him down.
He's the most handsome sand cat I've ever seen.
Yes, he is. He definitely is. But yeah, so they have those large ears. Also, I know somebody asked about those ears. They help keep them cool as well in that really hot area that they live.
Zoom in on these ears here so you can see. He looks like he's just enjoying it, just being lazy.
Yeah, he's living the life, and he does utilize his whole enclosure too. All right, so some of their favorite things to eat here at the zoo, they love their mice, they love rats, and they get some ground meat as well, which has some extra nutrients. We don't feed out anything live.
Now, I've been asked this question before, just in a messenger and on some posts we've done. Why do they live alone? Why are they in this enclosure by themselves? And do they get lonely?
They don't get lonely. Like I mentioned earlier, sand cats are a solitary cat. They prefer this. The kittens right now are still young enough where they want to be together, but eventually they will want their own space as well.
So this is because that's what they prefer,
Yep.
and not just where they are.
Exactly.
Right.
Correct. Yep.
So overall, we have how many sand cats here at the zoo?
We have 6.
Six sand cats here at Hogle Zoo. Great question, Shalina.
Yeah, he's not going to come down. I'm so sorry, guys.
He's just going to enjoy his basket time.
Well, that's okay. Hey, Robbie asked the question, what people can do to support the zoo. As I mentioned early on, and maybe some of you who turned in late missed it, one of the best things you can do is go to hoglezoo.org/donate now. Donate to the zoo in any capacity that you are able. It all makes a difference. You can also purchase a zoo membership on the zoo website or renew your membership. Call guest services if you have any question about that. And there are many other ways that you can support the zoo too, found on our website. So please support the zoo. It's so important during these days when we are closed. Oh, here Mr. White Cheeks is coming down.
I'll take that microphone from you just because if he vocalizes, you can come to
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
Let's see if he'll do it. You can do it, Cheeks. Sorry guys, we're just being quiet so we can hear him vocalize if he does it. He really loves getting enrichment from Desiree. You gonna do it? If not, I do have a mouse from him. Yeah, he may not do it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's just kind of cruising around.
That's okay. Here, I'll give you this back and I'll toss him a little mouse. Maybe that'll help entice him a little bit.
Okay, here we go. Gwen's going to toss a mouse to
There
Mr.
he goes.
White
He's
Cheeks.
vocalizing now.
See, there's the mouse right there.
All right. Let's see if he'll come down for that.
We saw him vocalize
Mouse.
twice, but couldn't hear him.
Mr. White Cheeks.
That's usually how it works, right? I love how his face is just partially right there. He's hidden.
You gonna come down? Oh, he's looking.
Oh, he sees
Checking
it, yeah.
out.
How high can they jump, Gwen? Asked Spencer.
I do not know.
Good question,
You know what?
Spencer.
I'm gonna have to find that out now for you, Spencer. I will find that out.
And Ashley asked, why are they so cute?
It's just how they were created.
That is so great.
They are pretty cute.
And do they come in any other colors? That's a great question
Yeah, they,
from Melissa's
not
daughter.
really any other colors, but some of them are a little bit darker. Some of them don't have the stripes as much. There are kind of like different color variations.
I'm guessing they're that color because they've adapted to their environment,
Yes,
which is very
exactly.
sandy colored and
Yep, so they
light
blend
colored.
right into their environment.
I would
You're not-
imagine they're hard to see in the wild.
And Cameron wants to know how strong their eyesight is.
are nocturnal and crepuscular during those times of day when there's not a lot of light out. They do have really good eyesight, just like our other felines in the wild. All right, here he comes. So Mr. White Cheeks does like to eat, just a warning, the heads of the mice and saves everything else for later.
Okay.
So there's a very specific way he likes to eat.
Yes.
Where else do you get to see things like this, folks? Only here on Hogle Zoo's virtual field trips. Here we go.
I'm going to open this quietly to see if he will vocalize, and then maybe we can catch it. But if not, I do have a great video of it that you guys can post later if you like. Yeah, it's really good.
Yes, so we did answer that earlier. Mr. White Cheeks is 14, and he just became a father again last year, right?
Yes, last year and the year before that. All right, he's smelling.
Ashley, they do not make good pets.
No.
These are wild animals. Oh, here we go. You're right, Gwen. He goes from the top down.
Like a chocolate bunny.
Yeah.
Like a chocolate bunny. Yeah.
That's Jeff. Jeff is here too.
Other Jeff.
Other Jeff, yeah.
Right now, all 6 sandcats are staying at Hogle Zoo. Is there any plans to send them to other zoos?
No, there are plans to
There
send some to
are.
other zoos. Yep. We have, I think at least 3 out of the 4, we have a place for them, and they do have mates waiting for them as well.
And again, as Gwen mentioned earlier, they're
Yeah.
part of the SSP, and they'll go out to make more sandcats to help protect the species.
Exactly.
Okay, there goes the mouse.
Just gobbled that right down, didn't he?
Yeah,
It's gone.
I have another one for him if he wants it. Yeah, so we do monitor their diet, their food intake, just to make sure everybody's healthy. They are trained to go on a scale for me to get weights and everything. So we like to make sure that they're all at healthy weights and get all the nutrients that they need. So I weigh these guys about every other week. All right, let's see if he'll do
Mr. White Cheeks is the
Think he'll
best,
do it.
Autumn. Thank you.
He is the best.
So passing the mic over to Gwen again, see if we can catch it on the Facebook side.
Yeah, maybe he'll do it. Come on, cheeks. Sometimes it takes them a minute. But yeah, so these guys get all sorts of enrichment. I give them different stuff every day. This is what we would call sensory enrichment because it smells like other cats, so it brings out, his sense of smell. And I'll give him manipulative stuff, maybe like some balls. I'm also going to give him these tires that are down here with some balls, and I like to rearrange their enclosure for them. And so we do different enrichment with these guys every day. So that is called a flamen response.
Oh,
And that just helps him better get a better sense of what he's smelling.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe he'll do it again.
And how much does Mr. White Cheeks currently weigh?
He is about, he's about 7 pounds, 7 to 8 pounds.
7 to 8 pounds of predator is what he is. That's why they
Yes.
don't make good pets, because they are
Yes.
little tiny predators.
Yeah, so these little ones do tend to be more feisty, and you're not going to do it, huh? That's okay.
that's
And so
okay.
if you think about it, they need to be. Being that smaller predator, they need to act big and bad to stay safe out there in the wild. You're so handsome over there.
So good.
Yeah. Any other questions about sandcats or Mr. White Cheeks or?
Don't see anything rolling in yet. If you have your questions, now's the time to ask them, because I think we're getting ready to wrap up here pretty quick.
Yep, we're getting ready to wrap up. A lot of good questions and comments, folks. They do not hatch from eggs. Someone hatched. They are mammals, and they are live births. So, hey, Gwen, thanks so much for your time. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Gwen. We so appreciate your time. And the fabulous Jeff Meggs. Absolutely, we're all here in the marketing department. Let me turn the camera around. It's been great being with all of you. Thanks for your time today. Remember, donate to your zoo. Help us during this time. We have another Facebook Live scheduled for tomorrow at 11:30. I think we're going to be talking giraffes, so you can look forward to that. Until then, thanks everybody. Stay wild and be safe. Bye-bye.